Let's check back in with Henry.
All right, what do you think about it? 150 kilowatts under the hood. That's right, it's a totally electric car. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? Actually, you can give it that big car sound. Listen to this. We're going to tell you about the revenge of the electric car coming up on KRON 4 News Weekend.
There's a degree of excitement around electric vehicles we hadn't seen before. And so those guys.
I think what we're witnessing now is probably the most significant revolution of our lifetime in autos.
It's back. It's the revenge of the electric car. In 2006, a documentary came out called Who Killed the Electric Car? Well, the same movie maker, the same documentary makers have created a new film called The Revenge of the Electric Car because, in fact, folks, electric cars made a comeback in spite of efforts to kill them. That movie, that documentary, is making its premiere this weekend, and we have with us two, count them, friends, not one, but two DIY electric car makers. Now, these guys are not the Teslas of the world, right? These guys,
not yet,
on a smaller scale. Over here is Gadget Abbott. He's the CEO of Left Coast Electric, and he's in the film. And this is Pat Mackey, who accidentally ended up on our show today because he brought his car here. This is his own DIY electric car. So in terms, first of all, let's talk about this DIY, the people who are making them themselves. You, for example, give me a quick idea. You created this car. How much did it cost you? How long did it take you?
It took me about a year working on weekends. Total cost of probably about $12,000. And these are all off-the-shelf parts. I had to weld up all these brackets and racks and things.
So, 4 batteries for idiots like me. 4 batteries.
There's 4 up top, there's 4 down here, and there's 5 more in the trunk. So it's a total of 13. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And how do you charge it?
This is the charger. It works off 220, and I just plug it in where the gas cap used to be.
Right.
Drive it home, plug it in at night, wake up the next morning, drive it off.
So, like a Volkswagen, you didn't think about like just going out and buying a Volkswagen, or did you want to take a picture of this, or? People are just walking up. They're so interested in it. So you just decided you didn't want to get in and do this. Buy a car from somebody else.
Buy a car? No. So at that time, this was I did about 4 years ago. At that time, there weren't any new cars that were electric. There certainly weren't any convertibles besides the Tesla, and I certainly couldn't afford that. So.
Okay. So Gadget, you're in the documentary. You're one of the featured players in the documentary. How's your car creation going? Tell us about it.
Well, I'm putting together a package that I can sell to other people who are doing conversions to make their life easier. I can see that there's a market for it, and so what I'm trying to do is address that market and sell a package to make it easier.
And how does that work? I mean, how much is it? How hard would it be for someone to do that?
The package that I'm coming up with, it's lithium ion, it's AC, so you have regenerative braking.
You have what?
Regenerative braking.
Oh, that's where you power the car as you brake?
Yes. So you get a little bit back, so you'll get more range. So my cars get around 150 miles of range, and the lithium packs will last over 10 years. So it's a car you can drive every single day. You can take it all over the place.
What's your thinking now on the practicality of electric cars for most people?
Well, if you've got a 100-mile range, you have got no excuses. There's no reason why you shouldn't be driving electric.
What if my commute is like 25? Well, let's say my commute is just about at 100. Which some people around here have. Yeah, well, you're from LA.
Yeah, well, my car does 150 miles, so 100 is easy. Most places you can plug in at work. So if you plug in at work, you can, 100 miles both ways, no big deal. One
last question. What kind of wax do you use on the mustache?
I actually make my own.
That is, of course he does. That is so cool. One of the stars of The Revenge of the Electric Car, which is opening today here in San Francisco at the Landmark Shattuck and at the Aquarium Theater in Palo Alto, and then tomorrow at the Landmark Embarcadero. RevengeofTheElectricCar.com. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing your car and for being willing to appear on the show. We'll take a break. When we come back, Sugar, we'll explain KRON 4 News Weekend.